Panda lovers, Shaman time. So, Shamans have had one of the bigger changes in the beta so far. No more totem bar. You put them out solo. Though there is a minor glyph you can put on, so if you want to feel like an old shaman, when you drop one totem it drops 4, but the other 3 have no effect and do nothing. So yeah, they've added in 2 new totems into the air category, which are Stormlash. Summons a Stormlash totem with 5 health at the feet of user, blah blah blah, empowering them. While empowered, allies' spells and attacks will trigger bursts of electricity, dealing an additional nature damage to their target, which lasts 10 seconds. So after 10 seconds, it goes away, and then it's a 5-minute cooldown. Then you got Capacitor Totem. Summons an air totem with 5 health, blah blah blah. And then it gathers electrical energy from the air around it and then explodes after 5 seconds to stun all enemies within 8 yards. So those are 2 new totems added. They're only totems other than that are the standard earth totems like Earthbind, Tremor, and fortunately I can't remember what the third one is. And oh yeah, the Earth Elemental. Air has the Capacitor, Grounding, and Stormlash. And then Water only has Healing Stream. And then I can't remember what the other category is. Oh, Fire, yeah. Fire Elemental, Magma, and Searing Totem. So those are all the same, but they've added in the 2 new ones to Air, and they've completely gotten rid of the totem bar, so you can't drop 4 at once, I don't think. Oh wait, yeah, you can. And then it drops that. So, Searing Totem, and you can see Healing Stream, but the other 2 are marked as Earth and Air, which are uncategorized. So it's back to dropping 1 totem at a time for necessity needs rather than mass buffery. So, other than that, let's go ahead and get on to the talents. And as you can see, no relic. Go. Okay, level 15. And basically you get more totems as you spec into them too, going through this. Nature's Guardian. Whenever a damaging attack brings you below 30% health, your maximum health is increased by 25% for 10 seconds, and your threat level towards the attacker is reduced. This effect cannot occur more often than once every 30 seconds. So, passive ability. Stone Bulwark Totem. Grants the caster a shield absorbing 10,389 damage and up to an additional 3,463 every 5 seconds thereafter. And it's got a 1-minute cooldown. Astral Shift, 2-minute cooldown. Seek Haven by shifting partially into the elemental planes, reducing damage taken by 40% for 6 seconds. Level 30 stuff. Frozen Power. Your Frost Shock now also roots the target in ice for 5 seconds. Earth Grab. 30-second cooldown. Summons an Earth Grab totem, blah blah blah, with health, causing roots to ensnare the legs of all enemies within 10 yards for 5 seconds, preventing movement. Enemies that have already been rooted once by the totem will instead have their movement speed reduced by 50%. And it replaces Earthbind. Windwalk Totem, 1-minute cooldown. Summons an air totem, granting raid members within 40 yards immunity to movement impairing effects. Level 45. Call of the Elements, 8-minute cooldown. When activated, immediately finishes the cooldown on all totems with a base cooldown shorter than 5 minutes. Totemic Restoration. When a totem is replaced or destroyed before its duration expires naturally, its cooldown is reduced in proportion to the lost duration, up to a maximum of 50% of the full cooldown. Totemic Projection, 10-second cooldown, relocates your active totems to a specified location. So you can D&D your totems into a certain area. Woohoo. Even though you'll probably only have 1 down at a time, maybe 2. Level 60. Elemental Mastery. Call upon elemental forces, empowering you with 30% haste for 20 seconds. Ancestral Swiftness. 1-minute cooldown. Your next nature spell with a base casting time less than 10 seconds becomes an instant cast spell. Passive ability increases your spell and melee haste by 5%, which is pretty cool. Echo of the Elements, when one of your spells causes direct damage or healing, you have a chance to gain Echo of the Elements, duplicating that spell's effect, which is even better. Level 75, Healing Tide Totem. Summons a water tide totem that pulses every 1.87 seconds, healing the 5 most injured party or raid members within 40 yards for 6,500 about. Ancestral Guidance, 2-minute cooldown. When you deal direct damage or healing for the next 10 seconds, 40% of their amount is copied as healing to a nearby injured party, or I'm guessing party or raid member, not of raid member. But oh well, go beta and mistypes. Woohoo. Conductivity. When you cast Healing Wave, Greater Healing Wave, Healing Surge, or Lightning Bolt on a target located within your healing range, allies standing within the healing range share healing equal to 20% of the initial damage or healing done. Level 90. Ultimate Spells. Unleash Fury. Your elemental weapon imbues are empowered, granting additional effects. Flame Tongue increases enemy targets' damage taken from your lightning bolt and lava burst by 25% for 10 seconds. Wind Fury, for 8 seconds your melee auto attacks can trigger static shock. Earth Living further increases the effectiveness of your single target heal on the target ally by 50%. Frostbrand, you leech heat from the enemy, gaining 50% movement speed for 4 seconds, and Rockbiter Weapon. You take 40% reduced damage for 5 seconds. Primal Elementalist. Your earth and fire elemental totems draw forth powerful primal elementals directly from the elemental planes. The servitors are 50% more powerful than regular elementals, act as pets directly under your control, and gain additional abilities. Awesome. And actually that's passive, so that'll just happen. Awesome. Elemental Blast, 12-second cooldown with a cast time of almost 2 seconds with the haste I currently have. Harness and direct the raw power of the elements towards an enemy target, dealing 19,570 elemental damage and increasing the caster's critical strike, haste, or mastery by 5% for 8 seconds. Woohoo! Now that's it for the talents. We got a couple cool glyphs, nothing special in the minor really that much other than increasing the casting time of your Astral Recall. So instead of 10 seconds, you get 6 seconds to cast it. Earth Shield charges are no longer depleted when taking damage, but the duration is reduced by 45 seconds. Farsight, you can use your Farsight indoors. Lava Lash, the ability no longer spreads flame shock to nearby targets. This is the one that drops all the totems when you drop one totem, just to give you the feeling of an old shaman. Arctic Wolf, instead of Ghost Wolf, you turn into a white wolf, I'm guessing grayish white wolf. Lightning Shield, you can no longer drop below 3 charges when dealing damage to attackers. And then Thunderstorm, the same, doesn't knock back targets anymore, and it doesn't even reduce their movement speed, just it gives you mana back. So as far as that goes, that be the new Shaman. Don't really like the totem thing, but I guess in all fairness, with the way buffs are going and all the fun stuff, it makes sense. Just so many changes to take in on this, and more to come. I got 8 more classes to go, and I am getting them done in the next 2 days. So stay tuned, and this is Daniel. I'll see you next time.